Looking for an easy 2-row repeat crochet stitch to try and one that adds beautiful texture and detail to your crochet projects? If that sounds like you, why not learn the berry stitch and crochet? It's easier than you think. If you're ready to learn, I'm Rachel from Hope Corner Farm, and by day I'm a home ec teacher who teaches hundreds of students how to crochet. And let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. For the berry stitch, you're going to have to know how to crochet a couple of different crochet stitches. First off, you're going to have to know how to chain stitch as well as how to single crochet stitch. I'm also going to show you the special berry stitch, but if you need more refreshers on the chain or the single crochet, I've included links to videos below that take those a lot slower. For today's crochet tutorial, you're going to need to gather a few things. So first off, I personally am using a size J 6.0 millimeter crochet hook as well as some size 4 medium weight yarn in this teal color. Use whatever works best for you. You're also going to need a pair of scissors to cut your project free at the end and a yarn needle for weaving in your ends at the very end of your project. Today's crochet tutorial is written using US crochet terms. For the berry stitch, you need to begin by chaining an even number. Any even number will do, so I am going to chain 14. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 chains. So again, start by chaining an even number. For row 1, we're going to begin by working into the second chain from the crochet hook.
I personally am going to work into the back bump of the chain, but you can work into the chain however works best for you. There is no right or wrong way for this stitch.
Into that second chain from the crochet hook, we're going to insert our hook and we're going to work a single crochet stitch. So to single crochet stitch without yarning over, we insert our crochet hook, we yarn over, pull through the chain. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both loops to complete a single crochet stitch. You're going to put 1 single crochet stitch in each of the chains across the row. So row 1 is all single crochet stitches, so it's a good base for you to work out of. Now, one thing to note, if you would like, you could foundation single crochet to start this crochet stitch, and you would just foundation single crochet an odd number because you end up losing 1 stitch by working into the second chain from the crochet hook. So keep that in mind that you do lose 1 stitch and then you're down to an odd number. So because I started with 14, I will have 13 single crochets for this row. And here's my last single crochet of the row. And that completes row 1. For row 2, we're going to start by chaining 1 and then turning our work. Into that very first stitch, we're going to place a single crochet stitch. So we'll work a regular single crochet in the very first stitch. Now into the next stitch, we're going to work our berry stitch. And to do that, we start by yarning over, we insert into the stitch, we yarn over, pull through the stitch. Now you have 3 loops on your crochet hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through 1 loop. Now I have 3 loops on my crochet hook. I'm going to yarn over, go back into the same stitch, yarn over, pull back through that stitch. Now I have 5 loops on my crochet hook. To complete the berry stitch, I'm going to yarn over, pull through all 5 loops on my crochet hook. Now we're into our repeat for the row, and our repeat for the row is worked across 2 stitches. So into the first stitch, we're going to place a single crochet. And into the next stitch, we're going to place a berry stitch. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 5 to complete the berry stitch. So we're going to keep alternating a single crochet followed by a berry stitch all the way across the row until we have 1 stitch remaining for our row. So single crochet and then berry stitch. Single crochet and then berry stitch. Single crochet and then berry stitch. Again, that repeat takes us across the row until we have 1 stitch remaining for our row. Into the final stitch of the row, we're just going to work a regular single crochet stitch. And that completes row 2. For row 3, we're going to start by chaining 1 and then turning our work. Into the very first stitch, we're going to place a single crochet stitch, and then we're going to work 1 single crochet stitch in each of the stitches across the row. So row 3 is all single crochet stitches. Now we do a row single crochet here because the berry stitches pop to one side, and this stitch has a definite right and a definite wrong side to it. So keep that in mind when you're choosing this stitch. I'll show you the back side of this stitch after I get to the end of this tutorial. But again, row 3 is all regular single crochet stitches. And right here is where we work our very last single crochet of the row. And that completes row 3. For the remainder of your project using the berry stitch, you're just going to keep alternating row 2 and row 3. So row 2, you chain 1 turn, work a single crochet in the first one, and then you work a berry stitch in the next stitch. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 5 to complete a berry stitch. And remember, your repeat is worked across 2 stitches where you single crochet in one and then berry stitch in the next. And you're going to do that until you have 1 stitch remaining for the row. And in that final stitch, you're going to work a regular single crochet stitch. So again, keep alternating rows 2 and row 3 for the remainder of your project. As far as the finishing row goes, I would end after a repeat of row 3. Now row 3, remember you chain 1, turn, and then you just place 1 single crochet in each of the stitches across. It's a row of regular single crochet stitches. I like to end that way because we started our crochet project with a row of single crochets, and I feel like it looks better if we end our project with a row of single crochet stitches. So again, to finish the berry stitch, I end after a repeat of row 3, which is your row of single crochet stitches. Again, the berry stitch has a definite right side and a definite wrong side to it. It's kind of hard to tell, but your stitches definitely, if I kind of hold it to the side here, pop to one side. So the side that the stitches pop to, that's your right side. And the stitches that they don't pop to is the wrong side. I mean, the wrong side, there's nothing wrong with the look of it, but the excitement and the detail kind of pops to the right side of your crochet project. So just kind of keep that in mind. This is the right side, and this is what the wrong side of this crochet stitch looks like. And that's how to berry stitch and crochet. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos. And if you're looking for another fun crochet stitch to try, why not check out my bean stitch tutorial right here. And I hope you have a wonderful day.